football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee to one Jennings.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win.
He got it.
If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, November 6th. It is good to be back here, and good to see you guys. See your lovely faces.
It's good to be back. Bye week.
Much needed, I'll say. Maybe I'm alone in that belief, but after last week, it's good to just kind of hit the reset button.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also would like it a lot more if I didn't have to think about the last time Tennessee played football all the time.
I've already kind of...
You forgot about it?
Not forgot. No.
You did the Men in Black thing where you had that little pin.
I wish. But I did the 24-hour reset. You know, you get 24 hours to either celebrate the win or mourn the loss. And I'm focused on New Mexico State, and I'm focused on Florida, and focused on Vanderbilt, which, guys, I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't love the idea of the Vanderbilt game.
I don't love either one of them.
Yeah, but we don't have – I'm worried about the thing as a whole. I'm worried that, number one, things will feel real bad after that Florida loss. But I'm also worried that Neyland will be underwhelming. I'm worried that it being Thanksgiving weekend, it just won't feel right. And let's just say the quiet part out loud, which I guess has been pretty loud this week. No one really kind of cares about the season, because obviously you still want to win. You want to win out, but I mean, winning those three it's just pride points. That's it. Which pride's awesome. Pride rocks, but that's all it is.
Yeah, it's a kind of jumpstart 2026. You want some momentum heading into the offseason, and you can either tuck your tail and pout about losing to this Oklahoma team that you shouldn't have lost and pack it in and go 7-5, or you can nut up a little bit and pause, and just win.
Yeah.
I mean, the competitive nature, like I get from a fan perspective, it seems like it's definitely playoff or bust. But from a player perspective, you have to want to beat Florida. You haven't done it in forever. I mean, there's some motivation for you right there. You've done it, since 2023. And then Vanderbilt, you could be I don't know like what it'll look like for them, but it technically could be the game that keeps them out of the college football playoff.
Yeah, we were worried maybe they'd want to play spoiler, and we were worried it may be an elimination game. It will not be for us, but we do get the chance to play spoiler for them more than likely.
That would be great payback for us, Caleb. We were there. Tennessee did not make a bowl game because they lost at Vanderbilt. So maybe this will be a good, kind of makeup game for the two of us.
Sure. Yeah. It won't make it feel better. Yeah. Number one, I guess I'll kick off the first thing you said. I will use zero knowledge of 2025 for my assessment of 2026. I'd made the mistake with not one, but two quarterbacks who showed up and looked great in bowl games. I don't know. Maybe it's bowl games that are meaningless, because obviously you'll try to use what you saw on the field this year, but it makes me nervous. I don't know. I mean,
that's one thing I could care less about, like going to a bowl game. That doesn't excite me in the least.
No, and I don't. it's almost worse because I feel like you're just going to more than likely go there and lay an egg, right? That's, I think, why I want to get in the playoff the most is because that's a scary postseason losing to a team that you probably should beat in a meaningless bowl game. And you can chant it's meaningless all you want, but you still, if you lose the game, you lose the game. It's only meaningless if you win. Honestly,
we're pretty good in meaningless bowl games in the last couple of years.
Sure, I guess you're not wrong. I don't know. I don't. Joey, how was your Saturday? You didn't have to go to Neyland. How was it?
I don't know. It wasn't much better. I mean,
were you in Nashville?
Yeah, and it's just you can't step foot into Nashville without paying $400. Like you just.
Oh yeah,
and like you think you can do it cheap and you can't. Like it's just I'll just get a couple drinks or we'll skimp out on dinner. We'll get something cheap or whatever. No, it just doesn't work out. So yeah, Saturday was. I mean, it was good. But
did you do Broadway?
How'd you watch the game?
No. We went to Yeehaw, which
okay.
No free ads actually.
Okay,
I was gonna slander it, but I guess no free slander either. So it's just
somebody pays for it.
It's tough because it's like
any publicity is good publicity.
Like it's a Tennessee bar, but like you're getting a bunch of Nashville randoms that like really could care less. And I'd either rather be somewhere where nobody cares or somewhere where everybody cares because like it's this salt and pepper of a Bama fan actively just cheering against you just for the fun of it and flipping you off every time something bad happens.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
I already didn't like Nashville. That makes me.
Why does Nashville have so many Bama fans? Because they're just rich.
He's as far himself too.
It's all. I mean, there's a lot of Bama fans. I mean, it's close geographically speaking. And
Also,
then also the transplant aspect of it that it's just there's so much business there that a lot of people are moving there after school to work. So you have newly graduated. I mean, it's got to be one of the most popular post-grad SEC towns now, right? Like, because I mean, I think if you go, I mean, I guess Atlanta's probably still up there, but Houston I know is a big one, and it's technically in the SEC now. I guess it's between College Station and Austin, so I think it's about as SEC as you can get right there.
We might get real SEC here in a couple of years. LA might be in the SEC at that point. So
I will say the Bama guy by himself like that, I kind of respect it.
Did he go by Willie?
Didn't Willie? Is Willie back? I thought he quit on him.
Oh, did he?
I thought when they were ready to fire DeBoer, I thought that was the end for Willie.
Oh, I thought he got canceled after he got caught humping the mascot.
The Alabama mascot?
Yeah.
They cancel people for humping your own mascot, but not other mascots because you're still around.
I was about to say, what about giant mascots?
Yeah, that wasn't the official mascot.
Landon, what about that? Tell us about that.
That was Caleb.
That was not me.
That was a full-on mounting is what that was. Didn't you dress up as a Mountie one year?
I did.
For Halloween?
I've actually probably 2 years. Because, I mean, it's a good costume. The boots they came with the costume. You can't really wear them with anything else. I mean, they come up to your knees. Yeah. Very comfortable.
Beg to differ.
Very comfortable.
Joey, I was thinking about you the other day because somebody asked me, they're like,
speaking of mounting, am I right?
What's Joey's last name? I was like, Booze, duh. And I was like, dude, you should get like a partnership with a boot company.
All right.
Like a local one. Is there a local boot company somewhere?
Does Boot Barn count?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so.
It's franchise, but you know.
Buy like 2, get 3 free or something like that. Doesn't Boot Barn have something like that?
Give me a 4
that's just
for
Pigeon
free.
Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a boot deal.
Maybe we'll work on that. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Are you a boot guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Always.
Are you kidding me? This dude rolled in here with like $7,000 cowboy boots on one time.
Tacovas?
Aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are ruined. I rolled in a few too many times casually.
You wore those to Mississippi State, didn't you?
Yeah, I wore them to a bunch of football games.
A little bar tar on them.
They've got half the boots are missing. They've just been shipped away. And
when you say half the boots, like you currently only are in possession of one boot or half?
I have half of each.
Okay.
Making up for one whole boot that I can put on.
Okay, that makes sense. That checks out. Yeah, It makes me mad that there are a lot of people in my life that know I care about Tennessee football, but the ones that don't know the extent to which I care about, I'm sick of being asked about Saturday.
Yeah.
In like what'd you think? Oh, it's so funny.
Going to work after a loss sucks.
Well, you work with a bunch of nobody Vanderbilt and Ohio State fans. So that's tough.
Yeah.
Was the Vanderbilt guy mouthy this week?
Didn't hear from him.
Good. I was about to say, if you let Arch Manning have a career game against you, you don't get to talk.
And we can say that because we'll never play
Sure.
unless he comes back.
We are known for building Mannings up, so wouldn't be good if we had to. He's going to come back. That is true. We get to see Arch Manning in a...
You think?
You kind of have. I mean, I guess as a week. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. I just think looking at the body of work, I think you kind of have to.
I mean, if he has 2 more good games, they're going to crown. I mean, he might win the Heisman.
See, we were right in the preseason.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know. I also don't. I mean, I don't care that much. It'd make for a fun storyline, but other than that, I don't care.
Sure. Basketball's back. That kind of took our attention off a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the game. I haven't settled my TV rights dispute yet.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Have they gotten anywhere on that?
Buddy, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. They haven't gotten to where I can watch the game yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, people keep tweeting on them how much money they're losing for each thing. So it's like, are they okay
And this
with that?
This is
or-
Disney holding out, right? This is on the
Yeah, it's
YouTube
Cable's
TV wants to.
Yeah. Yes and no, because I mean, I guess it's the same argument with the government. One side points to one side, the other side points to the other side, because Disney just wants to charge YouTube TV more money. YouTube TV is saying no. So, I mean, I guess both sides are technically holding out, because I would assume that means whatever contract they had in place is up and it's time to renegotiate.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Right? Because otherwise, how could you do what you're doing?
Disney says we think we should charge more for the services we're bringing you, and YouTube TV says we're not just going to lay down every time, because then you'll just keep mounting us.
I would love to protest the mouse. I'd love to, but I'm a sucker and I want to watch sports, and all of the sports are on ESPN. I'd love to get rid of it.
I think the worst thing about watching sports, the NFL has the worst deal where there's 2 games on. I know you can buy the
Sunday ticket.
But if I have ESPN, I can watch basically every single college football game, but I can watch 2 NFL games.
I mean, you're getting into the rights dispute though, because
it's so dumb.
The NFL Sunday ticket's in my opinion, one of the best deals in sports.
That's crazy. Well, you might not be wrong. I think it's such a. I fairness don't have a team. I don't care enough about. I just watch Red Zone because I'm either have a bet. I either have a bet going or it's fantasy. Since I don't have a dog in the fight, so maybe. But isn't it $600 or something like that?
But my team is
okay. So the last time I bought it, and I do think I said that, I think I got a deal on it last year. I didn't buy it this year. I think last year I bought it for $380. That's $30 a month spread out if you spread it out over 12 months to watch every NFL game. Now, obviously,
you have to keep it for so you got to pay the full.
No, I mean you just pay the full
see,
thing, and you get it.
Yeah, okay, but for 12 months, but you're only watching 4 months out of it.
Right, but you get to watch every single game. So if you had that kind of deal for college football,
well, yeah,
I would do it.
Even if you got for $380 though, how many months? Let's even say 5 months of. What's the math on that?
What's that?
It's
70 a month.
Yeah,
60,
I'm saying the difference is, and you can't get it in college football because there's not a single rights holder.
Right.
But the best part of the deal for it, in my opinion, is that you pay that much. But again, I do think I got it half off whatever deal I signed.
Do you physically jump around?
So that's the thing is multi-view, which again, this gets into why it's one of the best because of the way the games are structured. When I watch multi-view, it's 4 games at a time. And so I have all 4 on my screen.
I got you.
See, that's cool, but I want to watch one team. It's cool if you want to watch every game, but I want to watch one team.
Watch every game.
And so I don't want to pay for that. But at the same time, it's the team that's 3 hours east of me, I can never watch.
Why don't you stream me, bro?
You know what I do? I literally get on TikTok because somebody's sitting in
I
their
can't
living
do
room
that.
and just
Yeah, it's tough on your phone.
Well, I can't even do that on my computer or my TV because there's ways you can, but the streams are always so bad.
Really?
I can't.
I've got a really good one. I'll plug you. I'll send it in the group chat. You can get it on your screen, and it's actually better because Streamy's got like.
Stop saying the name.
Yeah, if Dana White or whoever comes after me, I'm sorry. But the one that I've got works better than Streamy's ever did for me. So
okay.
Yeah, it's because even the movies you can. I mean, they're almost perfect quality, but there's always like the haze on them or something weird about it that makes it sometimes unwatchable. There's some movies I found.
I got to get a website for
they're
that
fine.
Too. I'm like the.
I'm the
pirate plug.
I'm going to end up getting the FBI raiding my house.
You're gonna
get my dog shot.
Come in the studio and tackle
That's
Joey.
how this ends.
I'm consuming. I'm not out. I'm not the one out there. I'm not the one they need to worry about. You
Yeah,
take out me.
You're not doing it.
Yeah. It's out there. I'm gonna, Sorry.
Yeah, they want the drug dealer. You're just the drug user.
I don't want to pay $30 to go sit in a movie. I love a movie theater, and I will do it for certain movies. When Odyssey comes out, I will certainly go watch that in theaters.
I haven't been to the movies in so long. I want to go back.
It's great. I go by myself all the time. It's like one of my favorite. Like if I have nothing to do, which is rare, I'm just in the movie
Apparently,
theater.
there's a thing where it's like $25 a month.
I don't go enough to do that, but the Regal thing.
What's that? 2 movies now?
Yeah, if you went twice, you make your money back.
Oh, easily. If you can go to a movie a week, if you can go to a movie a week, you're golden.
Landon, that's how your wife shops, by the way.
What
you just said.
What?
If you at $25, you get your money back.
You're
If she sees a great deal, she's like,
amount of money.
Yeah, she sees a great deal. She's like, it's half off. If I don't buy it, I'm losing money.
You're trying to tell me you can go to the movie theater and not get a popcorn and a drink each time. That's sicko if you can actually just like sit there and just watch the movie.
Yeah, I can't do that.
See, my wife cannot do that. I can do that.
See, that's crazy. You can't get a drink. I mean, you kind of have to get a drink if you get a popcorn. There's just something about a movie theater popcorn in a movie theater.
Yeah.
I don't even like popcorn that much.
I don't. It makes my stomach hurt. I get sick every time I have like buttered up movie theater popcorn, and I just do it religiously because it's just
gotta have something to do.
That and sour Skittles, like my stomach's emulsified by the end of it.
I can't do sour Skittles anymore. They wreck my mouth too much, and I have zero self control.
I've got blisters for a week afterwards. But you're locked in on like, well, I'm gonna go see this new Wicked probably. It's like a 3.5 hour movie. I bet you by like whenever.
Wait, new Wicked?
Part 2.
What?
They're releasing part 2. They filmed it at the same time.
I didn't know there were 2 parts to Wicked.
Yeah, the play has 2 parts. There's an intermission, so that's what they're doing for the movie.
But that would only be like an hour and a half long then. Which movie?
I think they expanded it.
Okay.
They made it longer than it needs to be.
So you go to the movies by yourself?
I try.
That's not an odd move.
It's really, dude. I thought it was weird too.
No, it's not.
And it's not. Like I go put me on because first off,
I mean, I'm down. I just feel like I'd be like, hey guys, y'all want to? Do you invite other people or you just
no?
You just
then
go?
I gotta
then you gotta schedule a time.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out. If I bring my girlfriend, I gotta pay for her ticket. I gotta pay for her popcorn stuff. I don't even talk to her. She's gonna ask me a bunch of questions that I don't want to answer after the movie.
Yeah. You know what my favorite way to do that during the movie is? Every time my girlfriend in the middle of a movie asks me, even if I've seen it,
just point.
I'll just say I'll pause it at home and I'll say, "Hey, we're both watching the same movie for the first
time." Dude, it's every time.
That's the only way I can get around it. And sometimes it's a follow-up question. And I'm like, if you missed it, you missed it. I don't know. Get on IMDb and start looking up plot lines.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. I just can't do this. Yeah, no, I can't do the talking during movies. It drives me nuts.
I want to enjoy it. Talk.
Yeah.
We can't lose this week.
Landon, I need you to experience life by yourself every once in a while. Be with your own thoughts for a minute.
Have you golfed by yourself yet? That's
life-changing.
Top 5 things you can do ever.
You got to walk.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, really?
It'll be too fast if you drive a car. You won't soak it in.
Yeah, if you're out there to like squeezing around, by all means, drive. But if you have like a late summer afternoon or late October afternoon where you can just go walk on by yourself.
Dude, if I play by myself, I'm going low, just so y'all know.
That's the best part about it, dude.
Exactly.
Whatever that pencil puts down, that's the score.
Extra sicko move, carry your bag. Don't get don't push around a caddy, carry it.
I want a caddy carrier now.
I
think I'd walk more.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I agree.
I love walking.
I just like the bag, like obviously playing back in the day, like you have to walk, but playing like a summer round and it's like there's time to think in between each shot and you just think about random stuff. It's like It's like a therapy out there. It's
like hiking almost.
Yeah.
Just you're playing
up
golf
and down
while doing
hills,
it.
and Iguani's a perfect spot.
Iguani
for
is
it.
an incredible
You can
walking
probably go
course.
barefoot. Just become one with nature.
I almost went out and walked Iguani Wednesday, but I just had too much to do around the house. That was yesterday.
Definitely walk the front. The back's a little less walkable. It's I guess 11
after the first two holes.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
I mean, really, yeah. If
12 through 18.
Yeah, really, if you go out there late enough, just go to 12 and be done.
Yeah.
And, well, don't be done, but you get what I'm saying. Well, we're going to go to short break, and we've got some Tennessee football talk going up. It is bye week, but we will discuss all that's going on in the world of the Tennessee Vols. So stick with us on the other side of this break. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. Welcome back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's More Important Issues here on Fan Run Radio. I was just thinking about during our break that, yeah, it's obscure to me. I guess you do some stuff by yourself. I'll go eat by myself. I talked about this on the Chase Thomas podcast the other night. I've been to Sporting events by myself, I don't know. It's just nice. I enjoy it. And part of it's probably because I grew up with 5 siblings. So for most of my life, I never did anything by myself.
Didn't get new clothes. You just got hand-me-downs.
There's zero alone time, zero time to myself. So I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. And yeah, like I went to an NCAA tournament game by myself.
That's sick.
It was a great time.
What round?
The second round, we beat Texas. Great in Charlotte.
Yeah. Oh, it was a Tennessee game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's peak being able to be alone. If you can be at a Tennessee game, I guess actually that's.
I wasn't around any Tennessee fan. Well,
you also went to the SEC championship.
I did go to the SEC championship game by myself, and we lost to Auburn.
Oh,
yeah, that was tough. I was in the Auburn section too, which made it tough.
See, that's different because like you're experiencing something with a lot of people, you just don't know any of them. The movies alone, like you're not speaking to anybody, you're not golfing alone. You don't see. I mean, you maybe run into some people. But.
Yeah, no, it is different. But I mean, it's not like it's not social at all. Like you're
right.
Like I shouldn't say at all because I get to know people around me a little bit, but I'm not talking throughout the game like I normally would be. So, football games can be the right football game can be more enjoyable at times by yourself. I don't know about more enjoyable. That's rude to those who go to games with me. And I apologize. I like being able to chat it up, but
really quick, I figured I'd bring this up because before we switch to if we do basketball, did y'all read the USA Today Josh Heupel? What do you call article?
No, Penn State.
So Blake Topmeyer.
Oh yeah,
that one.
I didn't read it, but I saw it.
I mean, even the headline itself: Josh Heupel leave Tennessee and the posse behind head to Penn State. And I don't
know if you know anything about football, Blake. Isn't that Blake?
Yeah, that's the same Blake.
Which I don't dislike Blake.
I think he does. Josh Heupel, set your phone to ring. Turn up the volume if someone calls from a Pennsylvania area code. Answer.
First off,
wrong.
Blake doesn't know anything about football because if he did, he would know Jimmy Sexton is never not taking a phone call.
Yeah.
He's basically
that ringer's always on.
It's basically like a Tennessee fan hate article saying that we're like the posse that will run him out of town and he needs to get ahead of it because apparently enough people have called for his job. And I'm like, we're not.
Didn't Penn State just do that to a coach?
I was like, didn't Penn State just run off their coach
that's
for
what he's
winning
saying.
9 games?
He's saying James Franklin went from not on the hot seat to fired in 2 weeks. Same with Brian Kelly. And I'm like, why would you go fill in? It's dumb to tell Josh Heupel to leave Tennessee anyway, to tell him to go to Penn State where you'd be okay for 20 years winning a couple of big games and then losing the rest of them.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, that's what James Franklin got by it, but
Right, but he got by for only for so long.
Let it happen again.
Well, he only got. I mean, eventually it caught up to him.
It took a long time.
It took them losing to UCLA before they actually did something. If it was just a loss to Ohio State and Michigan, he
was gone after this year if nothing significant came of it. Everyone kind of recognized that. UCLA just accelerated that process.
Right. Well, when they ranked them number 2 in the country preseason, expectations were through the roof, and everybody else could have seen right through that.
I do have a buddy that was fully in
fraud.
Penn State national. Book your ticket. You're calling me crazy. They're going to be the best team in college football this year.
I do want to kind of mention the state of the program and where it's at, and I think Josh Heupel should get a lot of credit for where it is currently.
You don't have to just mention it. That's our whole next topic.
Well, yeah.
You can get into it.
Well, sorry. I mean, Tennessee has I think Tennessee is one of the best jobs in the country. And a lot of people would disagree with that, and that's fine. But when you look up...
Well, at that statement, when you say one of the best jobs, where are you saying top 10, top 5, top 3?
I think definitely top 10.
I think it's definitely inside top 10. I think
top 5,
borderline top 5, maybe 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to really lay them all out, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a world that I could see them in the top 5. But yeah, top 10, I certainly agree with. Okay,
because you have one of the best atmospheres, you have resources at your disposal. I mean, 2024, there was that On3 graphic where Tennessee spent the most in recruiting budget. It was $5.3 million. I mean, there is tons of stuff pouring into this football program, but it's everything is saying it is elite except for on the field. So I think Josh Heupel, like, he's done a good job of getting it here, but I think there's going to be a huge self-reflection, and there needs to be, this offseason of, like, what can we change to get over the hump? Because it's just not there. Like, everything else says, like, you're competing with Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State for recruits and, the apparel deal. Like, there's so much stuff going on with Tennessee that says it should be elite, but has yet to reach that status.
So I'm not so much pushing back as I'm working through some questions, so I'm curious your thoughts. So I don't necessarily disagree, but my questions start at, so is it purely a hiring, you hire bad coaches? Because I mentioned it on Sunday. To me, it seems like same shit, different year.
Yeah.
Outside of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So we look back and we go, well, Lane Kiffin, that was a whole ordeal separate from just hiring someone who probably wasn't a great head coach at the time, or who wasn't a great head coach. Okay, Derek Dooley, like, that's a bad hire. Butch Jones, we say Butch Jones is a bad hire. We say Jeremy Pruitt was a bad hire. Could those people have been successful anywhere else? Or were they just purely – now, Derek Dooley, I don't think so. Butch Jones, probably would have had to take a really special program in my mind.
Yeah.
But, we look at it and, like, let's go look at LSU and Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly was successful by a lot of metrics at Notre Dame. Now, that job is one of the best in the country because of the resources and because you're not in a conference and you never have to worry about that aspect of getting to a conference championship and playing these opponents year in, year out like you do at LSU. And one thing I don't know if Brian Kelly's a great football coach. I don't think he is. But he was super successful at a program that you can be. Ed Orgeron, I don't think it's hard to argue he's not a great head coach. Won a national championship at LSU. This goes into why I think LSU can overcome not great coaching. Now, I don't think Brian Kelly's as bad as
if
Butch
Brian
Jones
Kelly
or Jeremy
wasn't
Pruitt.
a crappy human being, he'd probably still be the coach there. Everybody's sick of him for going off and obviously losing is part of it, but then going off in press conferences, like, he did himself zero favors.
Sure, but I don't think he ever wins a national championship at LSU. I don't know if he wins anything meaningful. Like, he's probably a 9-3, maybe gets some 10-2 years in him, head coach.
That's probably true. Yeah.
So I just don't think he's great.
And until, like, that's going to be the question, I think, for Josh Heupel until he does it. Like, yeah, you made the college football playoffs last year. That was great. You got your brains beat in.
Yeah.
And
you probably were this year if you made it, more than likely.
And that was the 9-8 matchup. Like that.
Well, yeah, it was, but.
Right. And Ohio State did go on to win the national championship. But still, like, that was I don't know what's going to happen. Then you weren't up for the game. Saturday, you weren't up for the game. Like Tennessee, and it's not like Ohio State just beat you. And I feel like that's one of the few losses, maybe against Georgia a couple years ago. But a lot of the losses have been because your teams are beating themselves. Like, it's not anything that Arkansas did last year to beat us. South Carolina didn't have this crazy formula. Oklahoma, like, that shouldn't have been a game. Georgia this year shouldn't have been a game that you lost. Mm-hmm. They just continue to find ways to beat themselves. So, I don't think the penalties are an issue. I don't think, like, I'm not willing to sit here and say, like, that's just Josh Heupel's team. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that can't be an identifier of your program.
Like, I think it's probably going to be the remainder of this season, but, like, in the offseason, like, there needs to be
look at Saturday.
Yeah,
you made mistakes You made mistakes in other areas, but it wasn't there.
Right.
No, it can't be. If you're going to be successful, truly successful at any point, that cannot be an identifier of your team. Is a team that commits X amount of penalties a game.
Yeah. There needs to be a coach or somebody hired that's like, hey, I am here to do game management stuff. Because that has been an issue with Josh Heupel with clock management and different stuff like that. I don't know if he's too into the offense, and I'm not trying to just pick apart Josh Heupel because he's done a fine job here. But I think if Tennessee, if you're going to compete with the elite, I think there needs to be stuff that changes.
That what you just said is, I'm not saying you're calling for Josh Heupel's job. I swear I've heard Buddy Garrity say almost that exact line on Friday Night Lights. I mean, listen, Coach Taylor's done a fine job here.
And I'm not calling for it like that.
I know you're not. It sounded familiar. I'm gonna have to. I'm in my rewatch. I'll let you know if I ever get.
Sounds
to
like
that point.
you're laying the opportunity in a couple of years if you can say, "Hey, I put us on the tracks."
Yeah,
I was calling for it.
I just think that there's like, it's like we're almost there, but then there's still just like, it's almost like we're kind of far away too.
Well, I think we got.
Can I just? It's a little bit of a hot take that I'm like fighting like part of my, because I don't. Okay, for example, this fourth down call this past week that a lot of people didn't like going to Jack Van Doorslater, and everyone's calling for this person to be in, this person to be in. I've seen every wideout, whether he's lined up at tight end, lined up at running back, lined up a wide receiver, everybody that has gone out in a pass pattern this year. Name me one that hasn't dropped a football. And then a lot of those guys you can say at critical points in the game dropped a football. And this always falls back to the head coach. I think this year we have an execution problem. Not to quote Brian Kelly, but I'm sure Josh Heupel wants to execute some of them for their lack of execution. Remember when he said that after losing to Florida State, Notre Dame? Yeah, that's crazy.
Brian Kelly executing people?
Yeah, you're right. No, that's been well established. But it just feels like this, like as I'm not a big fan of every decision Josh Heupel and the staff have made this year, but I also just feel like the execution in all phases of the game has lacked. And at critical points, it's like, I'm not going to say this team's folded, these guys quit, because that's another thing you talked about. You named some of those games like South Carolina, Missouri in 23. That we just got our brains beat in. It kind of felt like from the go, like this team was never going to win. They just didn't look right. Like they at least, I mean, in the Oklahoma game, they fought till the end. I mean, they fought their butts off. They clawed back in it. They played the maxims in terms of the game and breaks go against you. Don't let up, put on more steam. Like they were in it. I'll give them that credit. But I mean, even this year in the Georgia game, we all hated a lot of Josh Heupel's decisions. But at the end of the day, it boiled down to players executing. We didn't execute on a 4th and 9 in a 50-50 ball. We don't execute on a game-winning field goal. We can't execute at all on the defense or the offense in overtime. And so obviously some of this is coaching, but we also, I mean, it goes back into resources. Like get some guys in here that can execute. Get some playmakers all over the field. Yeah, I would love to sub in Ethan Davis, but if you sub in Ethan Davis in that package, all that tells them is this is where the ball's going.
Yeah.
They set up that heavy package because the only way to be off script, to go off of your tendency is to set up tendencies. Like that play was set up for a critical time for Jack Van Doorslater because every time him and Nathan Robinson are in the game, what do? They're running the dang football. Well, not that time because that's what they keyed on. You got to catch that football, plain and simple. You can say throw it to your playmakers, throw it to your playmakers. They've ran that all year to throw that ball to him in a critical down.
I also don't. I mean, he plays college football. You have to know that the ball, like turnaround, like that's not even that's beyond skill.
He could have done that when he was 3 years old.
Yeah,
he could have made that catch.
He made big catches in the Alabama game. And again, I'm not saying we shouldn't have thrown to Ethan Davis or we shouldn't have thrown to Chris Brazzler. I'm not saying that because I think those are your better options. But we ran that package, that formation, all year long to set up that play.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that during the Bama game, everyone this about the package and what you're showing and everything. Is why would you line up if you're, and then now it's fully explaining the opposite. It's like, you know,
and
God forbid if you put Ethan Davis in there and they go and pick it off or they go and headhunt him and beat him to the ball. They're like, why would you put Ethan Davis in? They would have known that, you know, clearly it's
definitely a hindsight 2020. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying we shouldn't have run a different package with Ethan Davis in the game to throw to him. That's fine. But in that scenario, that package goes in and everyone in the stadium is thinking they're running this football. It's 3rd and inches or 4th and inches. they're running this football, and they don't. And that's in my opinion, that's good coaching in the sense of like how you call plays. You set up tendencies, you run that package and that play until you're blue in the face, so that when the defense is keyed on it, you can bust it wide open. And you set up a guy to do it, and he fails. And I think that's I don't know. I think you look at the defense, and I don't love the way Tim Banks calls third downs. But at the same time, a lot of times this year, Andre Turrentine's been in positions to make tackles, and he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why are we spending $5.3 million and we have holes at both safety positions?
Yeah. Corner's understandable. It's injury, safeties. And again, Adrees Farouk's come along. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I think it's easy in college to like I don't think we blame the players enough, because I think, and it's got basically a different way to establish your execution argument, because like that's what it comes down to. I mean, I think also Josh and all of these coaches kind of know that, and I think they're trying to coach to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes them look really bad. But I think they're also understanding that the executions, I mean, they see it more than we do.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a fun film day on Sunday.
Oh God, it was probably absurd.
Well, they've proven they can adapt, because last year they couldn't throw the football. And this year, like, that's all we're doing is throwing the football. So there has been some like wrinkles to Heupel where it's like he knows like stuff needs to change. Like Seth Luttrell probably helps a little bit in that regard.
They would have written the Jacoby Thomas paycheck.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I just like, it's the same thing with the defense. I mean, obviously you can have some issues with Tim Banks scheming, but we were singing his praises last year because he had such an elite defense, and this year,
and then your offense was terrible.
Yeah.
So why can't we just put everything together? I think is my whole thing. Why can't we just play complementary football? Why do we have to go every single year where our offense is good or our defense is good?
If you want to point at the most alarming thing, and again, I'm not calling for Heupel's job, but if you want to point at the most alarming thing of his tenure, it's not any play calling, it's not game management. It is there has been virtually zero complementary football.
Yeah,
it's wild. So I don't know how we fix that, but I do know someone who's got a better solution than I do, and that's why we brought him on the show. He knows he's got the plans for it. We are going to now get on to more important issues here. Our good friend, let me get rid of this. It's Ben McKee in the Jordan hat.
Oh, can't hide money.
How you doing tonight, man?
That's one way to look at it, is that the Jordan hat signals money. I'm well. How are y'all?
Good, man. Good. You're helping pay that Billy Napier money with that Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to hook me up with a bunch of Jordan gear, I'm all for it. I don't know that I would want Florida colors, but I'd be down for some free Jordan gear anytime, anywhere.
There you go. Well, Ben, I don't know if you got a chance to like hear our rant, I guess, about the state of the football program. Why can't we play complementary football?
Well, that is a wonderful question. I appreciate y'all having me on this week too, to break down the state of the program after their loss of the season when they've been eliminated from the playoffs. I feel like y'all done this to me before too, but I won't hold that against y'all.
Yeah, it's just like a funeral, pretty much.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough 2 weeks for sure, and then we'll see how long folks snap out of it that Florida week. I don't know that they're really going to snap out of it until Tennessee beats Florida, which is asking a lot because they play in the swamp this year. And I don't know if y'all know this, but things don't tend to go well for Tennessee when they play in the swamp. But it's going to be a long 2.5, 3 weeks here for sure, because it does feel like a funeral for Tennessee football right now. Although it shouldn't. Why does Tennessee not play complementary football? I just don't think the defense is very good. And it feels weird to say that right off the bat after they did their job for the most part on Saturday night against Oklahoma. I mean, that was the best that they have played in quite some time. I asked Jalen McMurray on Wednesday what the difference was. He credited the turnaround from the Kentucky game, or them playing their best performance of the season, possibly, however you want to look at it, to communication. He said they communicated as well as they have, but Feels weird to talk about the defense after they pretty much for 3 quarters held their own against Oklahoma, which is an offense that you should be able to on a different note. But defense isn't very good, and then the offense hasn't been perfect from start to finish. The offense has been really good throughout the season. Obviously, the numbers speak to that. But Joey Aguilar had some plays against Alabama he would like to have back, and then I think he played his worst game of the year against Oklahoma and just didn't really see the field well. So I don't know. Maybe that's bad luck. Just haven't been able to get all 3 units to click at the same time. Special teams hasn't been all that good this season. Whether you look at the punt return game, obviously Max Gilbert has missed some critical kicks, and then kickoff return is basically non-existent. They don't really return kicks outside of they'll surprise you every now and then. So I think part of it is their personnel isn't good in spots, and I think the other part is just the ebbs and flows of a season of not everybody's going to play perfect football. So there's some bad luck involved of when your quote unquote worst units play some of their better football, then your best unit isn't ready to help the defense out and play complementary football. There's no doubt that the Oklahoma game highlighted that. That's a game that Tennessee should have won on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean it has been very much an up and down season, and talk about the ebbs and flows. I mean, I can't really make sense of what it is that it's like, oh, it's your offense, or oh, it's your defense. Can't find a way. Defense gets a turnover. Seems like the offense is going 3 and out next possession, which I mean that's with all this talk of Josh Heupel, which I guess let me ask you that too. I'm all over the place, but let me ask you that. Do you have a sense that Tennessee fans want Josh Heupel fired? Because I'm not sensing that. Yet the national media is pretending Kirk Herbstreit, who apparently isn't on Twitter, which is where I'm seeing the most of it, is pretending that it is at least a loud segment of the fan base is saying that. And I don't sense that. I sense people are upset about this week and upset about some of the things that are consistently problems, and they're voicing their opinions on that. And some of those are lobbed at Josh Heupel, but I don't see that happening. How are you sensing the fan base's feelings?
I totally agree with what you're saying. I have not really picked up on the whole fire Josh Heupel crowd. I mean, of course you have an idiot here or there that's probably intoxicated after the game on Saturday night. They're emotional. They hop on social media or the message boards and they'll say something stupid. There's always that going on. I mean, there were some Tennessee fans, and in hindsight may look right. This is a separate conversation, but some Tennessee fans wanted Tim Banks fired in the second half of the Syracuse game in the season opener, right? Like there's always going to be a loud minority out there, especially at a place like Tennessee when the fan base is so big and so passionate. But just generally speaking, it has been the dumbest narrative. One of the dumbest narratives of the season this week is that Tennessee fans want Josh Heupel out of here. I ranted about it with Jason Swain on Tuesday morning. Pretty much what you were just saying, just a little bit more passionate and more of a rant about it because it's just not true. Tennessee fans don't want Josh Heupel fired. Tennessee fans want Josh Heupel to make adjustments. That they want him to take a long, hard look at his coaching staff and see if any changes need to be made. They want him to consistently evaluate high school talent better and not have as many misses as often as they are having, especially on the defensive side of the football. They want Josh Heupel to clean up the clock management, the game management, things like that. I mean, last offseason, they wanted him to adjust his offense because it felt like the SEC and the rest of the country had caught up to his offense and it needed to be more diverse. And he went and did that, and the offense statistically has been the best in the country this season. So there are fair critiques, there are fair concerns, but that's all it is Tennessee fans want to see adjustments made because the football program, I feel like it's fair to say it's healthy. It's a good football program, but that's not good enough at Tennessee. And I think people forgot with the 10 to 15 years of dysfunction that Tennessee is a place that you expect to win championships. That's the expectation. Not winning 9 or 10 games and going to a nice bowl game or sneaking into the college football playoffs and not winning a game. The expectation when you have the resources that you have at Tennessee is to not only get there, but make some noise when you do get there. And right now, you know that Heupel's kind of knocking on the door, 9-10 wins a season. That's good. But it feels like he needs to make some adjustments in a lot of different areas, quite frankly, to get over that hump and make some noise in the playoffs and go truly compete for a championship. So that's where Tennessee fans are at least the ones that I have interacted with and have seen throughout this week is that they want changes and adjustments and some accountability. They don't at all want Josh Heupel fired. They're maybe concerned about the long-term potential, but they're not at all calling. Any realistic Tennessee fan is not calling for Josh Heupel's head this week.
Sure. And to be fair to the staff, because I don't think it's been just an outright bad job they've done this year, but what's the biggest improvement that you've seen over the course of the season?
Well, it's got to be receiver play. Quarterback play is right there as well. I mean, and those two are kind of married together, right? But
sure.
I guess the vertical passing game is probably the biggest improvement from last season. A lot of that has to do with Joey just throws a better deep ball than Nico. He puts more air under it. Nico's a little more flat. I think it's that simple. Maybe not the only reason, but one of the biggest reasons. And then, man, do Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley, and Chris Brazzell deserve a lot of credit for the work that they put in over the offseason, because it's been a night and day difference for the receiver room. The receiver play was awful last season. To be fair to Nico, when I do throw him under the bus for a poor deep ball, he didn't have much to work with at that receiver position last year. And I was really down on the receivers coming into the season. I did not at all expect this. I did not think that they would play to this level. I knew there was a lot of potential there. I like the long-term outlook for Braylon Staley and Mike Matthews, but I didn't really know what to expect from them in just their sophomore season, still as an underclassman. And I was really down on Chris Brazzell. That was probably my offseason thought that I was most wrong about is Chris Brazzell. I did not think he was going to be reliable at all this season for Tennessee, based off of how last year went. His offseason, he was banged up. He wasn't practicing in fall camp. And the last time we saw him at practice, he was not even full go. I mean, he was starting his routes on air at the top of his route, and then he was jogging across the field because he was nursing an injury. And I just did not expect him to have the season that he's had. And he's not only did I not think he was going to be reliable or productive, now he's going to go be one of the first receivers off the board in the draft, it seems. So that to me is the biggest difference is the vertical passing game. And I think Joey Aguilar deserves a lot of credit. The receivers deserve a lot of credit. And then also the coaches. I mentioned that Josh Heupel needed to make some changes on the offensive side after how last season went. And the route trees, the concepts, the passing game is more diverse. They're running more routes, more NFL-style routes. So I think a lot of people deserve credit for the improvement in the vertical passing game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, that's one of the first things I noticed in the Syracuse game. I was like, oh, we're not doing just these large splits every single play and expecting something different to happen. So, there was an adaptability, I think, with Josh Heupel and the staff. I think you mentioned the wide receivers were kind of a surprise. Is there like a position that really just sticks out to you? You're like, hey, like that needs to be a position that you just got to go find some guys because it hasn't been getting the job done the last couple of years.
Safety. Easiest question you'll ask me. I feel like
softball for you.
Every safety in the portal, just get them.
Yes, go take. Now that $2 million extra dollars has opened up after Tony Vitello left. Just what everybody want to do. They just wanted to take that extra $2 million that they were getting back from Tony V leaving, since the new coach costs $1 million. Now you've got $2 million just floating around out there.
Well, that's going to women's basketball, Ben.
No, Danny's already stolen the money from the baseball program and given it to the Vols basketball program.
Yeah.
Plus the San Francisco buyout money. Don't forget that either.
That's right. So you take that money and you go get you several safeties.
But I don't want to speak for Tony, but I think he would want that.
He probably would. He is a legitimate Tennessee fan. He's probably just as frustrated with safety play as Tennessee fans are. And as somebody who has to sit in the press box and watch, it's just as frustrating to watch from the media perspective as well. I mean, with all due respect, I mean you've got the same safety out there for second, third year in a row now that just is not athletic enough to make the requisite plays in the SEC. And then your other guys are pretty young with Edris Farouk, and there's some things there to like about Edris Farouk.
On Saturday.
He did, and I do feel like he plays hard, more athletic. Caleb Beasley, he's not played as much as I thought he would this season. And then, I mean, outside of that, you've got Sidney Walton, a true freshman. The cupboard is there.
He's a freshman.
Yes, I mean, it's exactly that. It's unfair to put him in that situation. So the cupboard is bare there, both from a numbers perspective and a talent perspective as well. And I feel like the middle of the defense as a whole has just been a real weakness. I don't really fault them for the play at corner. I think that's just been bad luck this season with Jamal McCoy and Ricky Gibson, the third, going down to injury. And then Colton Hood has probably played himself into a draft pick. So it's not like it's been terrible at corner. I guess the big bugaboo has been Boo there and inside at that star position. Him and Jalen McMurray just haven't been able to make plays consistently for different reasons, obviously. And then Ty Redmond, you see the potential there. You know he's going to be a good football player for Tennessee, but it's just been picked on at times because he is a true freshman. So I don't really fault them for play at corner, but I don't think the safety play is at all close to where it needs to be in this league. And I don't think that Arion Carter and Jeremiah Thielander, I don't think that they're where they need to be as well for juniors. That I'm not at all saying that they're bad linebackers. I don't know that they're game-changing linebackers in this league, and I feel like you kind of need that. And sure. You need more of that Jaden Perlotti type, which is why I feel like you've seen him play more. You hope Jaden Harmon can give you that. So the middle of the defense, to answer your question, linebacker play and safety play, it's got to get better. It's just got to get better because teams are picking them apart there, both against the run and in coverage. But it's, to be more specific, as I mentioned right away, the safety play is just bad. You got to go out there and add multiple safeties, and everybody's going to look at the shiny new toys and maybe what receiver can we add. Does Tennessee need a quarterback? I mean, I guess that's more of a interesting conversation, but you got to shore up the secondary. And I guess I talk about safety with McCoy and Gibson likely going to the NFL and maybe Hood. I mean, you maybe have to go out and get some corners as well. So they're going to have to go out and remake that Tennessee secondary, because I have a feeling it's going to look a lot different next season.
Yeah, it almost has to. One of your starting safeties will be gone next year. You expect corners to go to the draft. Yeah, it's gonna be drastically different, and I think linebacker play it's kind of a give and take there. Your safety play has to be better to help linebackers and vice versa, because the middle of the defense just gets shredded in the pass game. It's tough. As far as going back into the state of the season, beating Florida, obviously everybody wants to make a playoff, but if you go and you somehow find a way to win in the swamp, 22 years, like it salvages at least the mindset of the season, right?
I don't know. I really don't know, because that would obviously be huge. There's no denying that. But if you turn around and you lose to Vanderbilt, sure. And Vanderbilt's a better football team. They are. There's a lot to, just from take the Tennessee hat and sunglasses off. Like, if you're just a huge football nerd, there's a lot to like about the Vanderbilt football team. With
play a lot more complimentary football, that's for sure.
They play complimentary football. They're disciplined. They're tough. They're strong on both sides of the ball. There's just a football purist looking at it. There's a lot to like and respect about that Vanderbilt football team. But with that being said, they're still Vanderbilt, and Tennessee is still Tennessee. And whether it's fair or unfair, and probably this season it is unfair, because I do think that Vanderbilt has the better football team, but it does not go well for Tennessee coaches when they lose to Vanderbilt, regardless of the circumstances. So I don't really know what the reaction is going to be. I kind of lean towards disagreeing with you because, yes, that win in the Swamp would be huge, absolutely huge. That should not be lost in the midst of missing out on the playoffs. That is something that should be appreciated because it doesn't happen around here.
Yeah.
And not only would you be winning in the Swamp, you'd be what? Heupel would have 3 wins over Florida in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, has that ever happened in the history of Tennessee football?
Right. I think that would be more to the point of like it almost salvages the mindset. It's like, all right, we weren't expecting to be a playoff team. And we weren't necessarily like Florida was kind of chalked up as that'll be a tough one to win. It's in the Swamp. You probably should beat them. And so I guess you won't look back and necessarily think fondly of this season, but it makes, for me, a person that wasn't necessarily expecting to be in the playoff, but then you set yourself up to be in one, and then Oklahoma ends up being a nightmare. It almost then kind of resets the thought of, oh, this season really sucks. Like it doesn't make it a great season by any means, but it almost resets that this season sucks.
It does. I just think the schedule is so unfortunate in terms of this particular question that if you turn around and you lose to Vanderbilt and you go 8-4 and you miss the playoffs and the season ends with a loss to Vanderbilt and two-turn Diego Pavia running his mouth, all the goodwill that you built up by beating Florida in the Swamp, fair or unfair, is instantly gone by losing to Vanderbilt.
You do almost have to win both of those. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Because if you don't, it's going to be a long, toxic, depressing off season.
You'll hear a lot of fire Josh Heupels if you lose both of those, or just lose to Vanderbilt. I also think if you go and win out, life's going to get harder for Max Gilbert. Poor Max Gilbert. I love him. He's missed some critical kicks this year. Everyone that kick against Georgia will haunt Max Gilbert included. It will haunt everyone.
Yeah, I mean it's already haunting Tennessee. If Tennessee should have beaten Georgia, it was a kick away from beating Georgia. Yeah. And if that kick goes in, I mean, right now they're still in the playoff picture. Yep. And if you go beat Florida and you go beat Vanderbilt, you're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And now we're having this funeral, as you all called it, this week, and rightfully so. So we'll see how it turns out. If they can manage to win those 2 games, I think fans should be happy and proud of winning those 2 games because you don't win in the Swamp. And because that is a good Vanderbilt team that you should have a lot of satisfaction in beating, and you'd still be going 9-3. And although the road to get there looked a little different, my prediction for this team was 9-3. I mean, and 9-3, again, not the standard of this program. It's not what they should strive to be, but it's still a good season. Just simply put, a good season.
10-3, Ben. Don't forget our win in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
That's right. Go down to Florida and pick up a 10th win in the bowl game.
Speaking of a program trying to get some momentum for next year, Tennessee baseball, new head coach. We haven't talked to you since this all happened. So that was a wild couple days when Tony Vitello heads to the MLB, and then turn around. We think we're going to have a long coaching search like Tennessee fans love to do, and we hired Josh Elander, the prodigal son. So what was your kind of thoughts on that whole fiasco of how that transpired?
It was certainly a fiasco until Josh Elander was hired. Thank goodness Danny White decided to do that very quickly, because that was another typical message board, internet type situation that just needed to be put out to pasture. So thank goodness Danny White ended that saga by quickly appointing Josh Elander. On the Tony Vitello front, I think if you're a Tennessee fan, and this is all I've seen, you just tip your hat to him for what he was able to do and build. At the end of the day, were there a lot of factors in his decision? Of course. Were there pros and cons? Of course. But just simply speaking, and to just dumb it down, he was just enamored with the opportunity that was in front of him. And early on, he had his reservations. All the things that you see on social media from fans, playing the Dodgers 1,000 times a year, having to deal with Shohei Ohtani and the life of of a professional coach is much shorter. There's not as much patience, and in 2 years he may be fired. The Giants haven't been able to attract free agents, like all those things he considered, and he was in the picture perfect situation. Like there was no need for him to leave because he had everything that he wanted. He was the king of town, right? Like he's on the sideline. He's a celebrity. Like he recognized all that, but he just fell enamored with the opportunity to be a big league manager. And not only was it an opportunity to be a big league manager, but it wasn't the Tampa Bay Rays. It wasn't the Minnesota Twins. It was the San Francisco Giants, one of the best organizations, not only in professional baseball, in all of sports. So again, there's a lot of conversations there, but just to dumb it down, it was just too good of an opportunity to pass up at the end of the day. I think that's what won out eventually. And he is hoping and thinking that it'd be pretty cool to become the first baseball coach, baseball manager to win a College World Series and a Major League World Series. And if he was able to pull that off, obviously you'll start to see more college coaches make the jump to the major leagues. But I mean, he could potentially, I mean, we're only on earth for X amount of years, but who knows what happens after we move along. But I mean, he could potentially be like the only coach ever to do that if he were able to pull it off. It'll certainly take somebody else a long time to duplicate winning a World Series at both levels. So I think he also fell enamored with potentially leaving his mark on the sport in that way as well. So tip of the hat to Tony. I've seen a lot of Tennessee fans do that. There's been a cool video I'm sure that y'all saw going around today, just memorizing Tony's tenure at Tennessee and highlighting all the really cool moments.
They interview Ross Kivett in that?
They should have.
He has similar sentiments to I where I hate Tony for it. And yeah, I'm selfish. Sorry, Tony, I'm selfish. I'm all about the Vols.
The only way this is better is if he what?
He got a bump in title.
Oh, yeah.
He's moving on up thanks to Tony.
That's true. Yeah. Good for him. Now he can buy an even bigger house in West Knoxville.
Now that is a guy that you can't hide money with is Ross Kivett. I mean, just look at what he's doing on the recruiting trail, obviously. But with Josh Elander, I mean, that was just a no-brain decision. I mean, it was that simple for two reasons. A, you look at him as a baseball coach. He checks every box as a baseball coach. He's an excellent recruiter. The players absolutely adore him and has always been the case long before this ever happened. Like this didn't happen just because he was kind of, front and center at the time that Tony did leave. The coach or the players have loved him from the jump, from recruiting to when they got here. So he's an excellent players coach, just like Tony. He develops catchers. He's one of the best hitting coaches in the country. So just him as a baseball coach makes a lot of sense. And then the other reason it was a no-brainer is because of the timing of all this. You save your high school recruiting classes for the next 2 to 3 years. You save your current roster for the upcoming portal season after the upcoming season ends. Not to suggest that there would have been mass players leaving, but there would have been some. If you go hire an outsider, Kevin Schnall from Coastal Carolina, that would have been an excellent hire. But because he's new, he's different, you would have had players leave. So you save the talent on your current roster, you save your recruiting classes, and you just keep everything intact. You keep that continuity and that consistency intact. So promoting Josh Elander, especially given the timing of all this, was just an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, you had to do it. Because even if it works, I mean, you look like it was super easy. If it doesn't work, then you can blow it up and try to find somebody. The baseball program is at a position that it's at where you don't have to there is expectations here. You don't have to be the worst team in the SEC to make a move anymore.
No. And you have that is one thing that I kind of said while the whole Danny White conversation was going on during that time is that they're not going to all of a sudden stop caring about baseball. They have poured too much money into the stadium, into
109 million in case you haven't heard it enough in every press conference, Ben.
That's right. They're not just going to stop caring after they have committed that much money to the program, on top of all the rev share, NIL, coaching salaries. I mean, when Danny says that they are, good luck finding a coaching staff that has more resources committed to them than Tennessee's. I mean, he's telling the truth. When you look at the salaries combined, I mean, it's up there with anybody in the country. So all the resources that the program has now, they're just not going to stop caring out of nowhere. And the other thing that I didn't mention is you have the same staff intact pretty much outside of Tony, and you're essentially, in theory, Josh has to go prove himself, but in theory, you're replacing Tony with a version of Tony, in terms of, like, Josh should be as successful as Tony was, and I know that's a lot, placing a lot of expectations on him because Tony won a national championship, but I truly believe, like, Josh should and is going to win a national championship because of everything that he has in place at Tennessee. You replace Josh with another version of Josh and Ross. I mean, they're spitting images in terms of their ability as recruiters and baseball coaches. So everybody's kind of moving up. And yes, technically you're taking a loss because, again, Tony Vitello was arguably the best baseball coach in America and in college baseball. Jay Johnson's probably the only one that you could put ahead of him because he's won 2 out of the last 3 national championships. But you look at the staff now, you bring in Florida's associate head coach. Yep. I mean, it's hard for me to say that there was a huge drop-off on the coaching staff. So that you also keep that staff with Q and Frank intact in addition to the roster and the recruiting classes by appointing Josh. It was just a no-brainer, and I expect them to continue to have the success that they've been having because you've still got those resources invested into the program, both from a financial standpoint and a people standpoint.
Yeah, and I think that too is what you just said about all the staff, and then also Josh Elander being essentially another version of Tony. I mean, he's been with Tony Vitello since before 2016. I can't remember when Tony was at TCU with Schlossnagle, but they've been together for a long time. Kivett, outside of his sabbatical to Houston, has been with them for a long time. Q, Frank. So this isn't. A lot of people wanted to point to Texas A&M, and when they weren't exactly ecstatic about it, they didn't feel it was the obvious choice because of a situation like that. And that wasn't exactly the same because Early hadn't been with Schlossnagle for a long time. Schlossnagle took some of those guys to Texas with him in his departure. So I'm not saying it's going to be the complete opposite, but it's just not the same situation because you're keeping a lot of that intact. And then Elander, I mean, a lot of rumors about him potentially being poached before Tony left for head coaching jobs. Like he was a candidate, or I don't know if a candidate, but at least consideration for other head coaching positions. So, I mean, if he's not successful, I think it's just one of those that, like, maybe not the right time, right place, or he's just an assistant coach by nature, whatever it is, because he's been a phenomenal assistant coach. And you talk to anyone in that program, and it's like, he's been one of the biggest cogs in this machine. Like it's Tony's the face of it, but Elander's he's the one driving a lot of the ship, like you said, with recruiting. So, I mean, listen, if it doesn't work out, I think you got the right guy to kind of bet on, if you will.
I'd be surprised if Josh Elander doesn't have success. Yeah. Again, I said it a moment ago. I think he'll win a national championship. I really do. I think he's –
Why not 2? 3?
Why not 2? Tony would have won a second one. I truly believe. So. Yeah. I truly believe that. So that second one's just now going to come under Josh Elander. So with all the resources I talked about, I think too good of a situation to not think that Josh Elander is going to win a national championship. I just think he's going to be a really successful head coach. I really do. It would stun me if he's not. He's got the temperament to do so. I mean, there's a conversation that can be had that Elander's temperament is going to help the team better than Vitello's temperament. And again, I recognize that is also a big statement because part of what made Tennessee baseball so great is the energy and the passion Tony coached with. The team reflected that personality, and that was a big reason they were successful. So I don't mean to discourage Tony's temperament in that manner. It's a big reason the Giants wanted him. But I also feel like Josh's temperament of being more even keeled can also help them at times to where it hurt them during Vitello's tenure. More so during the Gilbert era when and look, Tony was first time head coach. He was learning all about this thing, and he went into that offseason after the Notre Dame series after Gilbert got kicked out, and he realized that he needed to tone it down some, and he did, and they won a national championship 2 years later. So again, I'd be surprised if Elander doesn't work out. He has to go prove it. There's no doubt, as you kind of touched on. Some guys are just great assistant coaches, and that's just kind of what they are. I don't think Josh Elander is that. And with all the continuity, the talent, the resources, Elander himself, he is set up to have quite a bit of success and keep this train rolling.
I want to not have Tony regret the decision, but it is going to be sick if we did a dog pile in October, if we do another one in June, and then Tony's like, man, that would have been sick if I just stayed one more year and won another one.
Yeah, I think that would make Tennessee fans feel really good as well. I think Tony
was just holding us back. That's the new Facebook group. I'm sure somebody will have that taken there somewhere.
Yeah, Tennessee would have won the Super Regional at Arkansas last year. Josh Elander were head coach, of course.
100%. Yeah.
But I think that's what would make you feel good as a Tennessee fan is if you look up in May or June and you don't miss Tony. Of course, you're going to miss the personality, the celebrity of Tony and how he related to you. But from a baseball standpoint, if you look up in a year or two and, again, you miss Tony the personality, but you don't miss him the baseball coach because things have just seamlessly transitioned into Josh Elander, I think that would be the big win for Tennessee fans.
Yep.
What will be Josh Elander's first pop culture reference? When will we get him tuning into I don't know, some like 90s movie quote?
Buddy, we're not getting that.
He's too much on the hunt. There's no doing that.
That also, like, do we get does Frank Anderson feel like he's got to be quicker to the gun now?
We know the shepherd. Frank Anderson.
we know he's not. He'll say his piece, but I think he let Tony handle a lot of it. Is he quicker off the bench now? He's not quite as hidden in that corner anymore.
Yeah, I'm interested because a lot of people just assume that Frank was the one making all the pitching decisions. Tony was the one that was making the call on who's coming in from the bullpen. He obviously asked Frank for his input, but it was 100% Tony's call. And he would make decisions when Frank disagreed. He would disagree with Frank on who should be at shortstop last season, and ultimately he would put the guy in who he thinks should be at shortstop instead of who Frank puts in there. So it'll be 100% Josh Elander's call, but Josh is going to have somebody on Frank watch for sure because he's the one in the dugout. He and Tony were two peas in a pod in terms of personalities and fiery personalities, as we saw a bunch. I'm not breaking any news to anybody or telling anybody something that we didn't already know. But I'm interested to see what happens with Josh when he gets fired up after a call. Because it's a totally different personality and temperament than Tony's. They'll certainly have to be holding Frank back in that dugout because he's the one that will charge out onto the field, no doubt.
Yeah, he likes calling mound visits just so the umpire comes and breaks it up so he can yell at him all the way back.
Yes, it's truly an art that he has mastered.
Yeah. Well, let's real quick, I want to get to basketball. We're going to hit the trio here for Tennessee sports, Ben, because you cover it all and you do a great job of doing that. I know basketball is kind of big for you. I know we're just a game in. What's kind of your thoughts so far?
That there's some work to do, but I say that in an optimistic way. I think they're going to be really good. I think they're going to have a chance to make it back to the Elite Eight, potentially be a Final Four team. I would lean towards them being more Elite Eight, Sweet 16 than Final Four because I think that they lack another shooter I think that they're going to regret not being able to add another scorer to go along with Jacoby Gillespie and Nate Ament. And part of that was not their fault. The shooting guard position was not attractive in the portal. It was not deep. Guys thought more of themselves than they should. It was a down position in the portal this year. And then, of course, the top guys that you do have that position, like a Rodney Rice, who went from Maryland to USC, who played with Jacoby at Maryland, he's asking for way more money than you're willing to give him. So when I say that they're going to regret not adding a third scorer, part of that is bad luck because there weren't a lot of great options. That's why you ended up with Amari Abram from Louisiana Tech late in the process. Ethan Berg really late in the process. But I think this team has a lot of potential at the end of the day. I just think that it's clear right now that they have quite a bit to sort out defensively to get to where they want to be. They've been adamant that they feel like they can be just as good defensively at some point as they have been the last 2 years. It's just you lose Zakai Ziegler, Jemai Mashak, and others. Like, it's going to take time to rebuild your defense. It just is. How does the front court rotation sort out? How does the starting spot at shooting guard sort out? And I don't really care who starts. I'm more interested in who is finishing games. And honestly, I know right now a big bugaboo for Tennessee fans is Bishop Boswell starting. I think the conversation that needs to be had more is, why is JP Estrella not starting? Because Bishop makes sense because of what he provides defensively. And right now, Amari Abram and Ethan Berg are not they're not ready to start. I think long-term Berg is your best option at the two. It's just he's not ready because he got here in late August. So we'll see if Bishop can hold on there. He's going to have to prove himself more offensively. I think ultimately the team's ceiling is higher with Berg if he can latch on to that two spot and kind of be like a Santiago Vescovi that plays off the ball. So they got to get that sorted out. And then Jacoby and Nate have to settle in. That they've just been they're being game planned more right now than they ever have before. I mean, they're at the top of the chalkboard on every team's scouting report, especially Jacoby coming over from Maryland. Rick's talked a bunch to the media about how he's just being defended differently and teams are throwing a lot at him. So he's just going to have to adjust to that. Because teams are well aware that he can go off for 30 like he did against Ohio State in the secret scrimmage. And then with Nate, he was smooth as butter every time I saw him in practice throughout the offseason. So he is the real deal. Don't think that what you saw against Duke in the exhibition or what you saw on Monday against Mercer, him not shooting the basketball too well, was a sign that he's not a good shooter or he's a bust or anything like that. Nate's the real deal. He just got to settle in. I think the big thing for him is just the physicality at this level. He doesn't have the biggest frame. He's got to add strength. So I think he'll continue to adjust to the physicality of this league, like you saw with Dalton Connect, like you saw with Chaz Lanier. And once he does, I think Nate's going to be one of the more exciting freshmen to watch in the country, which is saying a lot because I don't know how much college basketball y'all have watched the past 2 weeks with exhibitions and season openers. This freshman class, man, is so much fun to watch play basketball. And Nate's as good as any of them, right in the thick of that conversation. So long-winded way of saying that my overall thought is that this team is going to be really good. They're just trying to figure some things out right now.
Well, this week it's virtually been zero basketball because of ESPN. So shout out to the mouse.
Yes, shout out to my my mom for still being a DirecTV subscriber and allowing me to use her login.
All right,
there you go. Shout out, Mom.
I got to make sure I checked out Stephen Pearl's head coaching debut.
Yeah, speaking of assistant coaches who probably didn't earn it,
I haven't. They're playing again tonight. I haven't seen if it's going any better for him tonight yet.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Ben, we really appreciate you hopping on. I know it was kind of longer than we expected, but I always love talking ball. How are things going with you in your personal life? I know you got some kids and kind of dealing with your own stuff. So how's everything going?
Everything's going really well, really, really well. Glad to be on the other side of this thing, for those who don't know, have been battling cancer the last couple of months, which is always something fun to find out that you're going to have to deal with. But this past Monday was 3 weeks done with treatment. So feeling better and better each day. Right now, just the big thing for me is getting my energy back, and I can really feel improvements week to week, especially, but even day to day. But other than that, I'm feeling really good now that I'm almost a month removed from treatment, and got a scan coming up in a couple of weeks. Hopefully get some good news on that, and have this whole thing behind us. So the support has been awesome. I know y'all have been awesome to me during this time, and anybody listening who keeps up with me or has supported me or reached out on social media, it does not go unnoticed, and I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're happy to see you back on the beat, man. That's good. We're glad.
Dude, he was
going
back
well,
in the porch. I mean, this guy doesn't stop.
That was my first day back covering something in person, and as somebody saw me that day on the porch, and then they saw me at the basketball game on Monday night, and the first thing they said to me was, "Man, you're getting your color back." I was like, "Yes, I don't look like Casper the Friendly Ghost as much anymore." My big issue is I don't have my beautiful beard like y'all got rocking over there. I lost my beard during treatment, and my little stubbles aren't stubbling as much as I would like them to. I would do anything to have my beard back right now. I just feel, especially now that it's getting cold, that not only do I just look like a fish out of water, I had not shaved in years. I mean, my wedding, I did not shave. I trimmed it up and made it look nice and presentable. My sister's wedding, didn't shave, just kind of shaped it up. I had not shaved in years, and I scared myself when I looked in the mirror for the first time. But now it's getting cold, and that wind's hitting my face. I'd do anything for my beard back. Forget the hair on top. I want my hair on my face back.
Yeah, your kids are like, who's this guy living in our house?
My kids were out of the house the night that I shaved it, and when they came back home, my oldest, who's 3.5, he kind of gave me a weird look of like, I know that's Dad, but you look something's different. He was kind of like a stranger. He was like being cautious around me.
Well, that's good. Good. Stranger danger. Love it.
Yeah, I know that's more information than y'all cared to know, but
no,
I'd love to have my beard back, and I'm jealous of y'all's beautiful beards.
I'd give you mine if I could. I don't know.
There's
probably a surgery out there, but I don't know.
I don't wish this on my for all the beard lovers out there. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. Losing your beard and not being able to grow it back.
Yeah,
but it just means I can sympathize with Ryan Shumpert for not being able to.
You should tell him that I think he's getting his color back too.
I will. There have been plenty of jokes that have been said between Shump and I during this time the last couple of weeks. I say, you thought I gave you a hard time before. Just wait till this cancer patient comes back and wait till I outdo you in something. You're gonna hear from me, bud.
Yeah, you can outdrive him.
Well, I can already outdrive him. It's just his drive goes straighter than my drive.
Okay.
We're there for distance.
I also have 2 kids. I haven't played a single round of golf this calendar year. And the guy, you want to talk about can't hide money, the guy plays a round of golf every day. Sometimes he gets 36 holes. I mean, I don't know.
We're tracking him at Iguani like they are Hugh Freeze. Yeah, we're doing it. We keep.
Well, he's like the Tennessee baseball players that take the photos of Avalon to get their round for free. That's Shump. He posts a round at Iguani every time so he can get his round free there as well. Just like the Tennessee baseball players.
Love that. Good for him. Well, Ben, tell the good people where they can find all your stuff, and we'll get you out of here.
I don't know that they want to now that I've shared more than they care to know. But if you're still interested after hearing all that, I'm on X at Ben McKee 14, and can follow our staff account. If you don't want to hear my dribble, you can follow the staff account at GoVols 24/7, and can find me at the site as well. My work at the site as well at GoVols247.com.
Perfect. Ben, appreciate you as always. Good luck with everything, and go Vols.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
See you, man.
See you. That was Ben McKee of Go Vols 24/7. always a good time with him. Appreciate him. Haven't seen him in a while, so it was good to get him back on, get in the mix.
Yeah, we do probably need to do a better job of getting him on when we do something good.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. No, I kind of, you know what? No, he's like
he's the guy.
He's
our guy.
He's like Death, He just comes in with a black hood on.
He's the is it the Grim Reaper with that
That's
meme
what I'm
where he
thinking of,
goes,
yeah. Death, Grim Reaper. Is he called Death in anything other than Family Guy, or did I just?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. No, always good time chatting it up with him, guys. We're gonna go to a quick break, and then we've got some Week 11 in college football. Our boy Golish is taking it to UTSA. I can't watch, but I can keep up with it.
There you go.
So that's good. Stick with us on the other side of the break. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff.
Oh, welcome back into More Important Issues here on Fan Run Radio. I wasn't expecting that remix.
Let the beat
That's
drop.
That was a drop.
That's for Landon.
Is that Centra?
It's Big X.
You know Centra.
It's the biggest,
Oh,
the
yeah.
largest.
Dude, I love Centra. I'm probably the biggest fan.
Are you?
I'm one of many.
One of few.
No, it's many.
Guys, we're back. Also, go check out our good friends at Hovey Dry Goods. HoveyDryGoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. They got your hats. They got your Tennessee hats. If you're a fan of another team, listen to this podcast. I don't know why, but appreciate it. There's also some different teams on there. Some Chattanooga, some Johnson City, some ETSU, Memphis. They got some Titans ones on there. So a lot of different hats. The best looking hat money can buy. Go check out HoveyDryGoods.com. Again, use that promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. All right. Guys, we got some questions. You want to go ahead and get to the questions?
Yeah, I do.
First, we kind of asked Ben this question, but I wanted to ask you guys too. Let's go besides safety. What other position does Tennessee need to improve at?
I love Deshaun Bishop, and I like the running back room, but I think you hit on this on Sunday. I think you really need to go try to get a very explosive playmaker. And listen, if that comes in the form of a freshman in this class and they don't necessarily do it next year, I think that's okay. But I think you need to be working towards that point.
I think it's like I don't even know. I mean, it could even be Star. Obviously, Peyton Lewis is kind of taking a step back from maybe what we expected. But I think having the options back there has kind of hurt us. I think if you like force Deshaun Bishop into that position and he just is your workhorse the entire time, and I know early on in the season, Star kind of popped up and we were like, whoa, I mean, let's whatever we got to do to get first downs, whoever's getting the reps. But like, I think Tennessee, the way the offense runs, I think is just a set for just absolute power back. Trying to fit in a duo, let alone a trio, just doesn't. I just don't think it fits Tennessee's thing well. So, I mean, I think some of that is just it being spread too thin. But yeah, I would agree in that sentiment.
They just need a dude. Like, I mean, Dylan Sampson was a dude, and it worked out. It sucks that you couldn't have Dylan Sampson for 2022 or this year.
Right.
But I mean, he kind of like got you to a playoff berth. So, yeah, I think Tennessee does need to. I mean, David Gabriel Georges, hopefully he picks Tennessee. If he does, he can't get on campus soon enough. Like, I want a dude at running back. I feel like that's something that this offense needs. And nothing against Deshaun Bishop. He's a great number 2, but he's just not dynamic enough to be like one of the top rushers in the SEC.
I think Tennessee does well when not that I'm hoping a running back would overshadow any quarterback, but like I think when our running back is like the star name or like that's the guy that you were just. I mean, I know Nico had the buzz around the name last year, but like that was Dylan Sampson's show on offense. Like that was his show. And even running just, I mean, how many carries did he average a game? Just a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Defenses couldn't figure it out. So, yeah, I would agree on that.
Yeah. You also need somebody that's going to help out you're either going to probably have a true freshman quarterback or a redshirt freshman quarterback. So you need all the playmakers you can have around them to build that confidence. So I think you need to find a running back in the portal. I don't know with Peyton Lewis, like, does he turn into a player? Maybe. I mean, one thing about him, that it's not really his fault. Him returning kicks just pisses me off. So
he shouldn't be.
It's not really him as a running back, but I think Deshaun Bishop's your main guy, and I don't know why Star started off so hot and then he just kind of cooled off, and it just hasn't been the same since. So
Stars actually usually do that. Super
true.
Off topic, you mentioned Nico, and that's what made me think of it. Did Big Nick actually get arrested this weekend at the UCLA game?
I didn't even see anything about that. I was chronically
don't
offline
think
this
so.
week.
I saw one tweet about it, but I didn't check who it was from. I kind of forgot that I saw that.
Yeah, I don't think
You got.
So who?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I did. Well, I don't remember it. I just remember seeing it, and then
I think if it was real, I'm sure we would have.
Yeah,
People.
I mean,
on
on
Twitter
Twitter
would have
Sports would have
field day with that.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with this mic.
I'm trying to see if I can
Once I
find
move it.
the original tweet.
Is there any other why he's looking for that? Is there any other positions you think?
I think what Ben mentioned about cornerbacks, like we're thinking about what you have this year, but I guess I haven't really sat down and thought that you could be without your three. Like as of right now, who would be your three guys in Gibson, Drummond, and Colton Hood, and then
I wouldn't mind seeing
stuck.
Tennessee going and getting an edge rusher, or especially a defensive lineman. Like you losing Jackson Moy and Bryson Eason, Don Bailey. Like you're going to need some help along that defensive front. So yeah, I'd like to see us go get somebody that can get to the quarterback. That hasn't been the last couple of weeks hasn't been as good of a position as we thought from the start of the season, but it's something you can never have too many edge rushers and guys that can rush the quarterback. So
I think that's probably be a point of they need to go, look at, just because, especially because they've fallen off late in the season here.
Yep.
I know it's essentially like the Joe Milton theory, but like, is there at any point this season that we try to figure out, like, so say you go lose to Florida? Well, no, because for Vandy, I mean, Joey's going to play all the games. I'm just trying to think about, I mean, you're going to try to get some snaps moved around, I guess, just to even help.
Oh, dude. I mean, Facebook is all over wanting George McIntyre to finish the rest of the season.
Which is crazy.
Are they
Obviously,
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that.
And you want him to get reps where he can, and I hope it's not just like a bowl game situation where if Joey's whatever his future entails, if we're gonna go.
If Merklinger's if he's not going to be here, why the heck is he going to? He shouldn't split the reps against New Mexico State if that game goes the way it should go.
And in his mind, he should, because it's just more film to sell. But
yeah, you're helping another team.
yeah, exactly. Which kind of sucks because like advising him, do it.
Yeah.
As a Vols fan, don't do that. Let George get as much of the reps as
George didn't play at all against. Was it UAB? Or ETSU? It was one of those games where he didn't play at all. So yeah, if he's going to be a guy who's going to be could potentially be your starter next year, he needs to play a lot in that New Mexico State game. And I mean, get as many reps as possible. You need to see what you have, because if you don't really know, then I mean, if you're like, okay, maybe he's not what we think he could be, then you probably have to go look in the portal for somebody.
I do not want to be back on that wagon.
Back on the portal?
Yep. Save the portal for some spots that you need it, not stuff that you have now that you blow.
Yep. Somebody asked, do you guys listen to any other sports podcasts?
Yeah. Pardon My Take is on the regular. Listen to Josh Pate. Chase Thomas is in the rotation, his daily podcast. Shout out. I think Eric Kane does a good job. And what's nice about Eric Kane's too, if you're not on the Locked On Vols, is they're usually shorter episodes. So it's easier to squeeze them into my daily rotations. Because I also listen to a lot of non-sports podcasts too.
Yeah.
Podcast wise, it's like PMT used to be up. Like I think I used to listen to a lot more sports podcasts. Now, sports media, I feel like YouTube, like whether I'm on the Stairmaster or treadmill, like if I'm like cooking, I'll throw it on the TV. Like I'll do YouTube.
What? Why? No, hold on, Joey. I'm defending your honor. Why did you laugh at that?
Yeah, what the fuck,
scumbag?
Well, like what? Yeah,
that's scumbag behavior from behind the glass or in front of the glass over
just
there.
Crazy hate.
I mean, you just said like you're working on like your glutes, like you're just trying to get that.
I'm saying if I'm stationary, so if I'm cooking or working out or something, I can have my phone there. I'm not gonna put a podcast on because I can see it.
You just said on the Stairmaster or on the treadmill, it sounds like you're trying to get that cake.
I am, bro.
He's working out, Landon.
It's hot boy summer.
That cake.
But no, if I'm stationary, I'll watch sports media on YouTube. But now I feel like if I'm listening, it's something stupid like some sort of, I don't even know. I listen to like 10 different non-sports podcasts. Landon's having a
I don't like this. I don't like this behavior.
I'm not even laughing at But I said, it's what Joey responded back to.
Yeah. We're going to get canceled for that one. Sorry. I'm just passionate.
I like PMT. I don't love professional sports as much as them. So I like listening to Unnecessary Roughness because it's about.
But that's also why I like Pardon My Take is because I'm not into, but that kind of keeps me in the loop of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
In a comedic way where I'm not listening to Bill Simmons.
They also do like 3 times a week and they're like 2-hour episodes. Like it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a lot
I'm usually not finishing episodes of Pardon My Take.
Yeah.
It's very rare that I finish a full episode. Yeah. But no, non-sports podcast, big Nate Land fan.
Who?
It's Nate Land. It's Nate Bargatze's. He's actually rarely on it, but I love Brian.
Okay. Hot take.
Aaron.
I don't like when podcasts do that. Like your brand, like I know.
But so it started during COVID, and then he's just gotten so busy.
But who's on it when he's not on? Does he have like? Is it consistently him and somebody else?
No. So it's a mainstay cast of 4.
Oh, okay.
And like
He's
Brian
fine.
and Aaron are almost always there.
Oh, okay.
And then Dusty Slay is another
fun.
mainstay. And then they have guests on from time to time. They just had Leanne Morgan on their Halloween podcast.
She's so funny.
I love Leanne. I wish you were my age. I'd marry you right now. I don't remember your husband's name. He wouldn't stand a chance. I'm in love with you. Chuck. Yeah, Chuck will be done for. Put this out. You know what, Leanne? I'll marry you right now.
You can put your shoe in the race.
I will. You know what? I'll marry you right now.
Was she like 55?
I don't know. Don't care.
55?
Oh,
no shot.
That's young for Caleb.
Yeah. Big cougar guy.
Do not talk about my fiance that way. That's disrespectful. I love Leanne Morgan. When she came out Saturday night, that was probably the loudest I got during the game.
She come out?
Yeah. She got a standing O from me.
I missed everybody. Hey, I did say Tony would be back.
Tony was back.
I'm kind of shocked he was back so quickly, but I
think you had to do it
that's
like
the
right away and not like.
That's the nice part of the
Randy.
off season in MLB baseball. I mean,
he's I'm telling you, he's not gonna permanently reside in California. He's trying to save that tax money. He's gonna be back here a lot.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Technically,
but it's different in sports. You have to pay it's like a specific tax code for athletes. You have to, wherever you work that day, you pay taxes on.
But still living, he could save some money.
But
state income taxes.
No, but those will all come out of like any games he plays in California, which will be the majority. Like those taxes get taken out of that. Yeah.
He makes enough money. I guess it's kind of a.
Yeah, and he doesn't have like a family. Like
that's true. It's batch money.
Golly, dude, he does have a family.
Well, like he doesn't have like a wife and kids. Yeah,
that must be sick. What do you like? A full-grown adult making an MLB manager's salary and just
being
kind of doing whatever you want with it.
Yeah,
buy like 10 massage chairs.
How are you not like in trouble?
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's made some nefarious purchases.
He was in Nashville already, and I'm like, no, stop.
Real quick, no free ads for this one, but there's a ton of good history podcasts and others. True crime, if you're into that, on Wondery. I love Wondery Podcast Network. If you've ever gotten into it,
I haven't. No,
there's 2 old British dudes I listen to sometimes that do like. They do like a history podcast
on the Stairmaster.
Just the way you said it. These 2 old British guys.
Yeah.
There's one with Jason Bateman I've listened to a couple times.
The SNL one with Nameless, I think is what it's called. Faceless, Nameless.
Is that what it is?
I've listened to it some. It's him and it's the other guys that are in that SNL cast. It's golly, what's the dude in Arrested Development? It's not Nameless. What is it called?
It's Smartless.
Smartless.
Yeah.
Smartless with
it's Sean Hayes and Will Arnett.
Will Arnett is the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah.
My issue is I'll fall asleep, listen to a podcast, and I'll wake up and it's like the most random thing, like podcast I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm just like, because obviously you're just waking up.
When you wake up, there's podcast playing?
Yeah. I'll fall asleep to a podcast, so I'll wake up and it's played for 8 hours. Well, I'm not sleeping 8 hours, but it plays continuously through the night.
I hate falling asleep to podcasts because it's some I'm interested in.
It does suck when you go back to watch an episode and it just says played with the check mark, and I don't remember like where my cognitive ability to understand what's going on dropped off. So I'm playing guessing games.
Airplanes or cars, not when I'm driving or flying. when I'm flying the plane, I don't do it. But falling asleep, like that's the only time I usually do it, and it drives me nuts because it's usually only like 15, 20 minutes, but it's still hard to find where you're at, and I hate re-listening to stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why I do it.
It's tough. I love podcasts, by the way.
Yep.
I'm not a big YouTube guy. I mean, I'll watch YouTube, but I'm not. I know some people that's all they do.
Yeah, I was never like. I feel like growing up, I was never a YouTube kid.
Well,
Really?
I think YouTube really in the last like 6 years has been like its big jump of like.
No, we grew up when YouTube was blowing up.
Yeah, but I feel like it was used different. Like now
it's more like streamers and stuff.
Yeah, like I think the content, like I try to think back to YouTube in like 2017 through like, or even like 15 to 20, and it was like gaming videos or like sports videos playing the game, like other stuff. But like now it
is different. You're not,
like I watch like
TV
highlight
production
like
stuff now.
People's highlight tapes.
I still watch Tavon Austin's highlight tape. One of the greatest videos.
Or Cody Paul. Cody Paul is one of the.
What happened to him? We should have him on the podcast.
He went to like a D2 school or something like that.
We should have Cody Paul on the podcast.
I'm in. I'm so in. All right. College football.
Yeah, we kind of let that one get away from us.
This week.
Yeah, give us a round outline before we leave.
Yeah, not a lot of great games. First one, big noon kickoff, Caleb, your favorites. Penn State, Indiana. I don't care what this game says I should do. I'm betting Indiana minus 14.5. I don't care.
Crazy. Give me Penn State.
Ooh.
Only because I hate them.
I mean, Indiana's just making a statement with everybody they play, so that's why I'm rolling with that. Georgia, Mississippi State in Davis Wade. It is hard to win there. We would know. Georgia minus 9.5.
That line moved too because I remember I was looking at my pick'ems and I think I was shocked. I don't remember, but
I gotta go with Georgia, right?
It feels almost too easy. But Mississippi State's played some really close games.
They've also always find ways to lose.
Oh, so yeah, Georgia money line is
maybe just tease it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll hit that.
Okay,
get 6.5.
Yep. BYU, Texas Tech, big matchup at noon.
Game, did you see? They've been camping out since Monday.
Really?
Yeah. How do you even do that? Like, how do you camp
Lubbock. Out? You know what's crazy about this game is if Texas Tech wins, they're probably going to play again in the Big 12 championship. So Texas Tech minus 10.5.
BYU is going to keep it closer than that. It's just too big of a game.
I think so too, and that's a big line.
That's a lot of points for a rivalry game.
You got the Mormon Magic.
Yeah, I think that's too many points.
Texas A&M Missouri play. It's in Columbia. Texas A&M minus 6.5. In Missouri starting that freshman quarterback.
I have no idea.
I think it is.
Who?
Matt Zollers.
Oh, are they playing him? I went to high school with that kid. He's a whatever. Is he like snapped his ankle not that long ago? So if he's healthy, I guess.
Bo did or
no? Matt Zollers.
Oh, really?
I
don't know.
I would have to assume Missouri. If he's playing quarterback, take Texas A&M minus 50. Kid's trash. But Missouri, I would have to assume trying to retain some sort of playoff hopes.
Yeah.
Try to keep it close, but I mean 6.5 is also like right there if there's a swing, a last minute touchdown, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Texas A&M. Or that might be another teaser game. Get it down like 2.5. Somehow, some way. Texas A&M also plays. They play Texas at the end of the year, so they need to keep winning if they want to get that bye in the playoffs. So, yeah, this is a big one for that. And then Oregon, Iowa. Oregon minus 6.5 in Iowa. I mean, all these road teams are favorite. I don't like it. There's going to be an upset. I just don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the spreads are tricky, but I don't know where to pin out the money line upset.
Yep. Auburn, Vandy. Vandy's minus 6.5. Dude, Auburn sucks. I mean, they lost at home by more than that against Kentucky. I think I'm going Vandy.
Yeah, I'm going to stop betting against them. Because then when I favored them last week,
it is what it is. LSU, Alabama. Alabama minus 9.5 in T-Town.
that one, I feel like that could run up to. I guess it could be tight though. Like I don't know. You get the.
It's gonna be weird. It's just one of those games.
Like, does LSU try to get some energy back? But Alabama's Alabama's gonna get up for that game, even though they don't really have to, because I think like money line they've secured it. So I think they might just run around and have fun with it. Like I could see them winning by 2-3 scores.
I was really looking forward to Tennessee being a 2-loss team, and we just like all week we just get to compare of how better our resume is than Notre Dame's.
Yeah.
But that sucks because Notre Dame plays Navy, and they're a 26.5-point favorite. That's one of their toughest games since they played A&M like the second week of the season. So that's college football. Quick, easy. Guys, go check out our good friends at Rowback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off that first purchase. And we really appreciate y'all hopping in here. We enjoyed it. Enjoyed Ben McKee hopping on as well. We'll be back on Sunday talking about who knows what. We'll figure it out. It's More Important Issues on Fan Road Radio. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.